ちだぜぐんぐんぐんぐんぐんを抜きじゃんじゃんびゃんびゃん究極のバトル意味はないさ戦うだけ出会えて嬉しいぜすげえやつに教えてくれるかい俺の強さをパワー全開限界突破こっから先は神もただポカさガッガッガッガッガチだぜぐんぐんぐんぐんぐんを抜きじゃんじゃんびゃんびゃん究極のバトルマジかよてんてんてんてんてんもちもじゃんじゃんびゃんびゃん火柱に溶ける意味はないさ戦うだけさやがて自我が無になるまで拳がそれるたび空が割れる全てを壊したら何が生まれる一撃必殺一千万回体つたぼろどこでやめりゃいいのガッガッガッガッガチだぜぐんぐんぐんぐんぐんを抜きじゃんじゃんびゃんびゃん究極のバトルバカだねザンザンザンザン残酷なじゃんじゃんびゃんびゃん宿命を笑え元気玉がみなぎる限り光放て永遠まで存在覚醒展開再生意識を超えて戦いは続くマジかよてんてんてんてんてんもちもじゃんじゃんびゃんびゃん火柱に溶けるガッガッガッガッガチだぜぐんぐんぐんぐんぐんを抜きじゃんじゃんびゃんびゃん究極のバトルバカだねザンザンザンザン残酷なじゃんじゃんびゃんびゃん宿命を笑え意味はないさ戦うだけさやがて自我が無になるまで その上景色逆さになると愉快さ山さえお尻に見える悩む時間はないよどこかに潜むびっくりに会いたいから
Okay, hello everyone and welcome to my first stream ever. So I've been on YouTube for just over a year now and this is my first live stream ever. So hopefully the quality is alright. I know the mic isn't the greatest, but in terms of the video it should be very crisp, decent frames per second. We're going to be building our treasure map teams for treasure map versus IZO. So last treasure map I didn't do much of it at all. I barely stayed into New World. So this time I'm going to try to go a bit further. I don't have a lot of time, but hopefully we can make some good teams in this live stream here. So I was just doing dailies here while some people come in. So let's start off with the treasure map. First going in, I'm not going to look at the map first. I have no idea how it looks like. I haven't seen any videos on it. Just glad I'm staying here in New World. But yeah, I'm going to be making teams. Usually when I make treasure map teams, I take quite a while, so I'm going to try to get through it very fast. I have a bit of a process, but we'll go through that many times here. So here we have the treasure map intro. Treasure map is just up ahead, my favorite game mode. Even though I hate it, I have a love-hate relationship with this game mode. But it's very awesome, just very taxing for long grind periods. The most nabs I've done is about 250. I think that was 2 treasure maps ago. Definitely feeling burnt out from that, which is why I probably didn't do well in the last treasure map. But I didn't do any pulls on treasure map Superfest, so this is going to be interesting building without any of these characters. Luckily, yeah, we're still in New World, even though I performed, I think, the worst in the last treasure map era. It was terrible. But either way, yeah, obviously we're staying in New World. Grand 9 is terrible, and so treasure map versus IZO, I haven't actually seen what the character does himself. So I'm gonna take a look at what he does before actually getting into the building process. So IZO is a shooter cerebral Vex character. IZO Diligent Persuasion. So his captain ability boosts shooter and cerebral characters by 2.5x and HP of it, and he does 18 driven damage. I guess he said if you want to get on resilience, pretty meh multiplier even for free play characters nowadays. They're starting to get a lot stronger and stronger ones. It's okay, I guess. The instant damage is interesting to get on resilience, but this is the main important part. He's special, maxing out at 13 turns. That's quite high. So what he does is he's going to cut your crit by 70%, and deal 50 times that HP loss in non-attack damage to all enemies. Okay, that's got me hooked. I love weight carrying units, and it's always interesting to have those units that catch your full HP. Because certain units and captains revolve around you having no HP, so this is pretty nice to have actually. And then he's going to reduce deck shooter and cerebral character specials by 1 turn. So yeah, it's pretty nice. He's going to wait here and he's going to use cooldown. That's actually really good for wait here. Unfortunately though, his cooldown is very high, so I don't know how that's going to work. This is going to change block orbs into matching for those types of classes. And then he's going to reduce your enemy's barriers by 10, so that's pretty unique. And then their threshold by 6 turns. So this is very interesting special. Obviously you're revolving around getting around the defensive effects. So we have 6 turns of threshold, that's very good. The turn of barrier is also pretty nice. The open emulation is okay, only block orbs, but the wave is very nice to 1 turn of cooldown. Unfortunately, as I said before, high cooldown. But, okay, he has the potential ability which states that he's going to have his special charge reduced by 10 turns at the start of the quest. Okay, never mind, this unit is amazing. Yeah, this is going to be a very common wayfarer unit you'll be seeing in a lot of content nowadays. So he's going to be ready on any circumstances no matter what. And he's going to give you a ton of cooldown and wayfarer. It seems like he'll also be a very fast unit since he doesn't do any other nonsense. So I'm very interested to see how he works in content. It's nice to have another deck shooter, very uncommon. There's not a lot of good units with that class and type combination. Cerebrals are pretty good nowadays though. Criminal abilities, we have these criminal abilities that he's going to reduce his own special charge time by 10 every time you receive damage. Okay, that's very unique. I don't think we've had a criminal ability like this before. We've had different criminal abilities that reduce their own special charge time, but never when inflicted with damage. So this is quite interesting. I mean, you don't really need it unless you're activating him twice in the quest, which I don't see you doing. But it's interesting. It's pretty awesome, I guess. The other criminal ability is gonna boost his damage dealt to strength enemies by 2.25 hits. So he basically doesn't have type disadvantage. If anything, he actually does more damage to his type disadvantageous type or whatever. So strength beats dex usually, and IZO is a dex character. But with this character, when you attack strength characters, which is type disadvantageous against, he's actually going to be dealing more damage than he's dealing against a quick enemy. So this is very interesting. I mean, it's not too drastic, but it's an interesting and pretty strong criminal ability. Not many instances you'll be using him against a strength boss though. And lastly, for his support ability, he's Depression Ultimate Knife, which is a basic attack booster. So that's going to be for IZO's character. He's honestly a very good unit. I was expecting it. So let's get into the team building phase of this live stream. So I'm very scared to see how this goes because I like to waffle when I team build, especially on treasure map. But so what my strategy is that I start off with the final boss, and I think that's the general consensus that you should have when you're team building, because when you start off with the final boss, the thing is that you can only use a character once in the mini bosses and the final boss. Intrusion, you can use whatever. If you use the unit in the mini boss, you can use it again in the intrusion. So you don't need to worry about the intrusion, you can leave that for last or whenever you want to do it. But for final boss, it's most important to have the best team possible, and you don't want to have to be held back because you already used a unit in the mini boss. So make sure you first do your final boss to make sure that you have your mini bosses centered around your final boss team. So for the final boss here, I haven't actually taken a look at the gimmicks here. I have been away for a weekend, so I didn't exactly check out what the bosses do. I generally know what the dust is, but pretty in the dark here, so this might take quite a while, but I don't have a lot of time, so this is going to be a rather short live stream. But let's get through it. Just give me a second here. Also, just need to make sure that the music isn't too loud, otherwise I'm quite annoyed. So just give me a second. I feel like a bit of an idiot now. Sorry, I didn't notice that the music was so loud. I tried to turn it down because I thought it was soft enough. Okay, wait, I can hear myself. Okay, so the music should be soft enough now. Okay, you should be able to hear me clearly, even though the mic is crap. But let's start team building. We are here on the final boss versus Odin. So he is a quick boss. Let's see if there's any type change that I need to consider when team building. So here we get Dex, Quick, and Size, so it's nice that 3 types are getting cooldown. We also get Versus Effect, and our super swaps completely charged, so that's awesome. If you ever want to do a weird situation with Versus and switch effects. Obviously the new Whitebeard, no, the new Whitebeard isn't a Versus character, my bad. So I don't know, but that's pretty cool. 3 types, that's a broad range of characters that you can be using. Battle 2 here, we have a bunch of defensive effects and attack down. In the final stage we have paralysis, enemy defense up, and special reverse and threshold. So both stages have a lot of defensive effects and a debuff on your crew that you have to get around. So how am I going to get around this? So first off, I'm probably going to want to be centering this around either the new Whitebeard or the new Rayleigh and Gaban. So I'm not sure if I want to actually run them at the start, because there is the new point boosters, and although their captains are terrible, they might be better to run for points at the start, and then I can swap to Whitebeard or Roger and Rayleigh. Rayleigh and Gaban. So I just need to decide that quickly, but I first need to take a look at what the highest point boosters captain and special is, to make sure that I can revolve my team around them. So the recommended character with the highest point boost is this Whitey Bay, Young Witch Dancing at Sunset. Cool description, I guess. She's a 13-turn cooldown, slasher and powers 3.5x, so those are very common classes for this batch's theme. 3.5x is decent, 1.2x HP, and she gives the exhaust matching, so very weak captain effect, but it's a lot better than how the old treasure map captains used to be, where it was like 2.5x or 2x that they had to run. So this is doable. She's, I think, the exact same type and class combination as the Whitebeard. I'm not sure. So she deals wave flare damage. She's going to give you a full board of matching orbs through block, so this is a very good manipulation. Attack down and despair about 5 turns. 1 turn of your slots being locked, a very nice effect. So if she's being used on stage 2, we can carry over orbs. It makes it a lot easier for us. And since there is attack down on stage 2, this is going to be awesome for the final boss. And if your captain is Slasher or Powerhouse, she's going to give you chain boost over multiple stages. So it's definitely designed where you're supposed to use her on stage 2 and then carry over her stuff into the final stage. You get a full board of matching orbs, she locks it for the final stage, and you have a chain boost that's quite hefty for both stages. On top of that, with very good utility with that attack down and despair, and also wave flare, so she's usable in some other content. 13 turn cooldown, now it's pretty high. So we're gonna want to be building a Dex, Slasher, and Powerhouse team. Let's take a look at what units I have that are boosted. So since we are running final boss, always prioritize damage and points over speed. Obviously, if you can make the team faster without sacrificing damage, or most importantly points, then obviously do that, but try to get the highest point boost possible. Even if your damage is a bit lackluster, try to run the highest point boost for as long as you can, and then you can swap to a high damage team with a teeny bit of a low point boost. So let me just run my box by my boosted characters. My highest boost is obviously Wiper from the previous treasure map. So I'll probably want to be running him so Dex units, so all these characters. There's quite a few units. We have treasure map, Legend Wart, Carrot and Wanda. She's gonna be very good for a lot of final bosses and intrusions. I can see myself using her in this team. She's a very good unit overall for a 2.5x all boost and a defense down on the enemy, as well as a 1.75x attack boost with the support of Dogstorm. So she's probably gonna be nice for this team for all the boosts she gives. Also, the enemy has defense up on the final stage, so she should be good on that front. So we have Dex characters and then also Slasher and Powerhouse units. So probably gonna be using this new Odin, and then the new. I'll probably also be using Raja, but first I'm gonna put on Carrot and Wanda. So what Odin does is he's gonna get around chain coefficient reduction and despair. Paralysis. So he gets around 5 times in total with his double special activation. He also gives a bit of a base attack boost and a bit of Wano orbs. But let's take a look at the gimmicks once again to make sure that he's going to actually be useful. But he's a pretty good unit with type advantage that has a 1.35x boost. So I think regardless, he's going to be good for this team. Stage 2 here, we have the friend Captain Whitey Bay getting around the attack down. We still need to get around the resilience and the damage reduction though. 5 times paralysis. The Odin is going to get around that, so that's pretty awesome. 5 times the defense up. The enemy doesn't have a defense down condition immunity, so we can run our Carrot and Wanda to get around the defense up, as well as give us an orb boost and an attack boost. So now all we need to do is get around the threshold on stage 3, and then the damage reduction and resilience on stage 2. So for the final stage, we are already quite good on the damage front. We have a chain boost carried over from the YT Bay special. We also have a full board of magic orb already from YT Bay on stage 2. We also have an orb boost and an attack boost from Carrot and Wanda. We could probably get color affinity from the support. So we have an attack boost, orb boost, color affinity, and we have somewhat of a chain. So we're kind of safe on the final stage in terms of damage. Remember, this isn't going to be my teams for the entire treasure map. Later on, when he gets to higher navs and the enemy has a lot more health, then I can swap to higher damage teams. But with those boosts, I think it's fine for now on the final stage. So now we just need to get around that 5 times the threshold. Also, let me make sure that the audio is fine. Let me just check where you guys are. Oh my days, I clicked out. So we need a threshold boost, a threshold reducer. Yeah, so I think the best character is going to be I was about to say Record Zora, but now he doesn't get around it. So we have treasure map rare recruit Tashigi. So this is a very old character, but she's gonna give us a color affinity, and she's gonna get around that threshold. So she's actually gonna fit perfectly in this team. Because remember, the only thing I'm missing is a threshold reducer and a color affinity booster. So I was just going to use a support ability for that color affinity, but I think Tashigi is going to be the best choice. Unfortunately, she doesn't get around all turns. There's 1 turn of threshold remaining. Now how am I going to get around that? A support would be nice, but I don't think Tashigi has any great supports. I'll just have to rely on one of my other units having a threshold reducing support. On top of my head, I think a Luffy could be used with the support of a recruit Aokiji, the quick one. He reduces threshold. There's also the old strength recruit Nami, who reduces a ton of threshold. She attaches to a few of the short characters. But besides that, I don't know. We have Odin here, so he's gonna be pretty useless on the sports. Anyways, never mind. So I forgot what I was saying, but someone continued. So we're gonna be needing a strike crew unit so we can have that strength Nami as our support character to get around that last 10 threshold. Besides Tashigi, there's no one here that's actually beats around for that threshold reduction. So she's my really only decent option, and it's also really nice that she gives that color affinity. So I'm not gonna change her. I'm just gonna have to work around her. Odin is useless for the threshold supports. I don't think he gives anything. On top of my head, he doesn't have any threshold reducing supports. But let me just take a look at what else I need. So if I can have another strike crew unit that is gonna reduce that damage reduction or resilience on stage 2, or give in turn damage, then that would be very productive, because then I can have someone to reduce that debuff on stage 2, as well as give us that support of Nami. So Nami wouldn't work though, because Nami activates upon special activation. So as I said before, I created this, I'm waffling quite a bit, just saying everything on my mind. So let me just look for a striker unit that's gonna reduce either damage reduction or resilience. So we have recruit, old Clash Jumbe. So Jumbe is very nice. He's gonna give us a conditional attack boost. I could actually use him on stage 2 and on stage 3. You'll get around both the turn of the debuffs on stage 2, and he'll also give us a conditional boost for that defense down from Ward on the final stage. But I don't think he's going to reduce enough turns on the second stage. It only reduces 3 of the 5 turns of damage reduction, unless he has access to a decent support. I'm not sure what supports Jumbe has though. Okay, we have Nami. Yeah, she's not useful for that. I'm not seeing anything here. There's a Zoro. He doesn't do anything. So that's quite unfortunate. It looks like we don't have anyone here that is going to be useful. Okay, I'm gonna have to go through my units. So let me remember that it's not only slash and powers, it's also all dex units in the game. So I need to swap between those two. And Jumbe is the only dex unit that's gonna reduce threshold in my box for this treasure map. That's stupid. But okay, let me go back to slasher and powers characters. So it looks like I'm gonna have to use Jumbe on stage 2. I'll use him twice. He'll get around the 5 turns of damage reduction, and wait a minute. So Jumbe is gonna get around the 5 turns of damage reduction, and he's also gonna give me a defense down conditional attack boost. So he's multi-productive on stage 2, giving us damage boost and also giving us that damage reduction. In conjunction to that, I can also run this Zora support, who's going to give me a 1.75x orb boost. So since Jumbe special does do damage, they'll activate that Zora support. And since we are running mono decks, he's going to give us all a 1.75x orb boost. So it's looking pretty decent here on stage 2. Still very concerned about that threshold from Tashigi though. This is the last unit because we still need to get around resilience, remember. So I'm quite scared. Let me just look at chat here. Stage 2 are 3 quick mobs, 2 with around 2 million HP fixed and 1 scaling. Okay, so quick mobs, oh that's interesting. At least they're all quick mobs. Well, at least the sound is working now, it seems. So, yo, I'm scared. So it seems that stage 2 has 3 quick mobs with 2 million HP each. Honestly, if they aren't scaling, I don't know what they mean by 1 scaling here, unless I'm just not reading between the lines, but if they have 2 million HP constant, that makes stage 2 a breeze. I don't need to worry about damage anymore. I'm not sure, I'll just keep looking in chat if you want to update me. So if you do know if stage 2 scales, then tell me please, because I am not sure. But yeah, we need to get around that resilience, so we need either a resilience reducer or an end of turn damage dealer. Unfortunately, it's stage 2, so it's hard to use a support that gives end of turn damage to get around the resilience. The only option I think would be to run a Garp unit and then run the Tsuru support, which gives you end of turn damage upon special activation. But it's getting a bit iffy there, so I'm not going to try and go there. I don't think any Garp units are boosted this treasure map. So let's just find a unit that's going to reduce resilience or give us end of turn. There's 0 units. Okay, that's Dex units. Let's see if there's any slasher or powers characters. Hopefully there is. This is stupid. Okay, we have treasure map Moria and Brook from the Sai Strike quest. So Moria is a decent booster. He's 1.25x. Not sure if I want to run this guy, and also he's a quick character. I don't want to run quick characters, unfortunately. Yeah, I'd rather run mono decks. It seems a bit safer and looks cleaner. But I can't be fussy. I'm not running. I don't have any of the new batch or the new treasure map batch, so I can't complain. He reduces all enemy barriers by turn. He does AoE damage. He reduces resilience and defense up. An all boost. We already have an all boost, so that's kind of iffy there already. Yeah, I don't think I want to run this Moria. let's just take a look at any innocent damage dealers. I think there'll be a lot more of those. There's not a lot of units in the game that reduce resilience or even give innocent damage. It's very easy to get around resilience. Usually you just get around with support on the final stage with a unit such as Int support or Recruit New York. He just straight up gets around resilience on the final stage. So he's a nice character to run usually, but it's kind of a weird circumstance here. So let's see who is going to give me innocent damage here. Bro, where's innocent damage? It's been so long since I've team built, I mean. Yeah, innocent additional damage. Okay, here we are. Brook. Is that it? The thing about Brook is that he, besides his utility, is going to give me a conditional attack boost. But remember, we already have a conditional attack boost from our Junbei, so it's quite annoying. I wish Junbei got around both the resilience and the damage reduction. Unfortunately, life isn't that easy, but oh well. So I could run Brook, maybe I could run Brook. I need to stop being fussy as long as it gets around it. But remember, we still have to get around the 1 turn of threshold from the Tashigi not being good enough. I might actually take away Tashigi because this whole finding a 1 turn threshold reducing support is very annoying, and it's gonna make me change my team dramatically, and it won't be nice. So I think I'll actually just change out that Tashigi for someone else, and then just have a color affinity boosting support. Unfortunately, I don't have Legend Kizaru, the PvP recruit Legend 1. He's gonna be the best Dex color affinity support in the game, boosting your color affinity for your Dex characters by 1.5x. Don't have him, unfortunately, so I'm gonna find a different way. Probably the special anniversary recruit Shirahoshi. She's a 1.3x Dex color affinity. But yeah, we need someone who's gonna reduce that threshold, and all 5 turns of it. Ideally, also give something else, but who knows. So these are all the options I have. I have the Luffy, free Luffy from last month, and he's the best booster besides the Shigi that I can run. So let's just run him, and we are gonna have a 2x attack boost from this guy. Oh my days, I just realized this Luffy only gets around 4 turns as well. But wait, he should have. Does he have the support of Aokiji to get around the last turn of threshold? Wait, why would Aokiji attach it to Luffy? What am I thinking? I forgot I got this new Sabo, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to use it. Oh, yo, that is true. I forgot about her. Wait, why am I running Odin as my captain, bro? I wasn't thinking about my captain ability. Oh my days, bro. That is so true. Okay. Against the genius here. So we're gonna run Warrant as our captain. They have innocent damage. They're also a very solid captain that gets around our resilience issue, and we can actually still run Tashigi, and then just run some other sort of threshold reducer, I guess. Because we have a lot of room now, so getting around the resilience with Carrot and Winder, that's a very nice idea from him. So we can run Tashigi, and then we can just run whatever unit to get around that last turn of threshold. Probably just run the Luffy again. Let me just take a look at all the buffs we have on the final stage. We have a attack boost and all boost from our Carrot and Winder when we add that support of Dogstorm. We also have a color affinity from, we have a color affinity from Tashigi. We have a conditional boost from our, no, we don't have a conditional boost yet on the final stage. We have a conditional boost on stage 2 from our Junbei. We also have a 1.75x all boost from that support with Junbei. So that should be enough to get around the mobs on stage 2 if they don't scale. Oh, okay, it does scale, okay. So we're gonna have to run some sort of other way to get damage on stage 2. We also have to remember that Odin is actually gonna give me a base attack boost on the final stage of plus 800. And since we are running a full boosted team that is fully Dex, we're gonna have quite a bit of damage with type advantage. even though we have that pretty weak friend captain ability of Whitey Bay. So Odin is giving me he's gonna give himself a 1 orb. So it'd be nice if my Odin was fully leveled, but he's only 127. At least he has 540 cotton candy. He's also gonna give all of our units a plus 800 base attack boost. So that's pretty nice. He's gonna go around paralysis, base attack boost, and give himself a 1 orb. He doesn't do too much, but yeah, he's still pretty nice to have on the team, especially for his point boost and the amount of damage he's gonna be outputting. So we need a way to get more damage on stage 2. On stage 3, we quite sorted, I think. We have a 2.5x orb boost, a 1.75x attack boost, a 2x color affinity, a plus 800 base attack boost, and a plus 1.2 chain boost from our friend captain, Waiki Bay. So this part here with Brook, this is where we can decide and mix it up a bit. Stage 2 we don't have an attack boost or color affinity. We already have a chain boost from our Whitey Bay special, and luckily we don't have to worry about orbs at all since Whitey Bay is going to lock those. So I think we are okay. We're actually making good time here. We're about 20 minutes in and we're already almost done building the final boss team. I might actually be able to finish this. Usually I take like a full day to team build because I keep on nitpicking at the smallest details. But that's usually the mini bosses, so I'm quite scared. Let's get into that soon. Let's just finish this final boss. I at least want to finish all the mini bosses and the final boss, and then in tomorrow's live stream, because I will be live streaming again tomorrow. In that one, I will be doing my intrusion team, and then also playing the church map itself with the teams itself. So the last unit here is going to be a unit that's going to reduce threshold. Okay, that's a bit of an issue actually. Since I'm still running to Shigi, I need a unit to reduce that last turn threshold on the final stage, but I need another unit to give damage on stage 2, so I'm in a bit of a bind here, and I think I still need to change up to Shigi then for someone that's going to reduce all the turns of threshold, and hopefully also give me another buff that's going to make it more worthwhile. Okay, we still have downloads because I did transfer my account from my phone to BlueStacks yesterday, because it's a lot faster on BlueStacks and I can actually stream. It makes it a lot easier to record as well, so I'll be able to record and get content out a lot faster now. I just need to hit record and then the video in the correct format gets outputted right away, and then I can upload it to the channel. So definitely getting upgrades here, and it'll be a lot easier to record now, and the quality will also be a lot better. So ulti here, she's also going to give me a chain booster, so I don't want to use her. She's going to clash with that Whitey base with friend captain. I could use local sea monster, but no, because he only uses quick and Psy. We also have Cat Viper there. Magellan, he's going to give a conditional attack boost. Okay, that you see, because Magellan is going to give me a conditional attack boost, anything around that last turn of threshold. So if I didn't have to have more damage on stage 2, no, you need to use what kind of special stage 2 for resilience. Oh yeah, I forgot the resilience is on stage 2. Oh my. My bad. So we need to use Carrot and Wanda on stage 2 for the resilience, because they'll go into their dual form. They'll have the upgraded captain ability where they'll be able to deal unlimited damage. My bad, I forgot that. Also, if you're going to Carrot and Wanda on stage 2, you will have the upgraded captain effects for both stages, overall increasing damage. So on stage 2 here, we actually very good on damage there. We have an attack boost or boost from the Carrot and Wanda. We have a defense down conditional from our Jumbe, and then on the final stage we have once again an issue now, because Carrot and Wanda is not getting around that defense up, so we need to find another way to get around that, but I think I'm going to still keep Jumbe there. He's going to be nice. Not only is he 150 and a decent character that is Dex, he's going to be dealing insane damage. He's also going to give me that conditional boost and get around with that damage reduction. So I'm gonna need to find a way to get around the defense up on the final stage now. Yeah, I'm pretty scared now. Gin's judging me, bro. So I'm gonna need a unit that's gonna reduce threshold, and then defense up. So on the final stage, I won't have conditional. Then Magellan, though, wait, I forgot about him. I was too busy thinking about that card and one thing. Okay, so Magellan is gonna reduce 2 turns of the threshold. He's also gonna give me a conditional boost of poison. The enemy has delay immunity, so I can use this. He's also gonna give me a Magellan, yo, this guy's the goat. So Magellan is gonna reduce the enemy's defense to 0, so he's gonna be perfect for the final stage. He's also gonna reduce 2 of the 5 turns of threshold and give me a conditional boost. So he's very good, bro. Yeah, I'm definitely running him. I didn't know he reduces defense to 0, but that's crazy good. Wow, okay, that changes things a bit. So that takes care of our defense down issue. And on stage 2, yeah, we have an attack boost or boost conditional, yeah, with the Jumbe. And then it'd be nice if we had a color affinity boosting support here for Jumbe. Yeah, this is the perfect character, the Shiroshi I was talking about earlier. He's gonna get around, she's gonna get around the, give us a 1.3x color affinity. So I might actually need that for the final stage. I might change that a bit later on. So there we have all the boosts on stage 2. An attack boost or boost color affinity and a bit of chain boost. And a conditional attack boost, so that's awesome. Final stage, we have a conditional boost from Magellan. We have paralysis reduction with the Odin, and he's going to give himself a 1 orb and give us a plus 800 base attack boost. So what we're missing now is the last 3 turns of threshold, as well as an attack boost or boost in color affinity. So it's going to be hard to find a unit that's going to give us all of that. But we still have supports. We have the support of Zoro, who's going to give us a 1.75 orb boost. So we have a bit of freedom here. But not a lot. We don't have a lot of freedom here because we still need to get around that threshold. So let's take a look here. We have that Tashigi. So she's gonna get around the threshold and give us a color affinity. The thing I don't like about this Tashigi is that she doesn't deal damage. If she did, I could have used Zora support and then gotten a orb boost. But that's very unfortunate. Let me first take a look at what Odin, what support Odin has, because if I can get some sort of attack boost or orb boost from Odin as a support, it'd be very nice. There's the support that gives a orb boost. Now I can't use this. It's an attack boost, which is nice. And I think it's 1.5x when you max it out. But the thing is, it's only 2 slash characters. But most of our units are slashes, so that's actually fine to use that. Let me just see the multiplier when it's maxed out. And then I can decide if whether I want to use it or not. I also have this Hiyori support, so that's a free 1 orb. But Odin already has a 1 orb, so that's pretty useless. We also have Kawamatsu for an attack boost. But isn't Kawamatsu and Cat the exact same thing? Yeah, it seems so. I think they're both the same multiplied slash characters. We have 4 slashes on the team, so pretty decent unit to use. 1.75x, okay, that is actually really good. 1.75x attack boost from the Kawamatsu support. Basically, everyone besides the Magellan and the Jumbe are getting that orb boost of 1.75x. So very nice from Kawamatsu there. So it'd be very nice if I could have that Zora support right about now. Tashigi doesn't even have orb manipulation, so no damage, no orb manipulation, so she doesn't have a lot of support access, unfortunately. Yeah, she just doesn't do a lot, unfortunately. Okay. Okay, so I can't use Tsushigi, she doesn't provide enough. I could use, what's his name? This Luffy. Using it around the rest of the threshold, give us an attack boost, and then it'd be nice if I was able to get a orb boost from one of these Odin supports, but I don't think any of them actually give an orb boost. They're pretty annoying. Odin doesn't deal damage either, so I can't use Zoro. We have Kawamatsu, who's not a damage boosting unit. Ashura-doji only boosts the supported character. What about Ariza? What does Ariza do? Nothing much. Okay, this is kind of annoying. Yeah, this is getting quite annoying. So the issue here is damage. It's not the gimmicks anymore. So this is actually pretty easy for a final boss. I mean, this is mostly free-to-play characters, and you can get around all the gimmicks with a friend captain of Whitey Bay. As said before, I'll probably make a backup team with the friend captain of Whitebeard. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna leave the team like this. I'm just gonna make a few changes. I'm not going to concern myself too much with damage. I think I'll still run Tsushigi. Is there any supports, even if it's just to a self? I still need to run it. Okay. Oh my days. Damn, bro, my cat coming here. Oh, she wants to leave the room. Okay. Just give me a second. I need to pause the stream quickly. Okay, my bad. Just had to let the cat out. So, let me just make sure that the music's still working, bro. While I'm at it. The special rewind in the final stage, because Karen Wanda activates the stage 3 cooldown before enemies preemptives, so I can't use her as a way to beat around the enemy's rewind. So I'm gonna find some other way of doing it, but I don't know how yet. So I just settled for a not having an all boost on the final stage, because as I said before, this is not my final team. I will be changing it to using Whitebeard as my friend captain for more damage, but for now I'm using Whitey Bay for the highest point boost. So even though the damage is quite low, as long as I can get a decent nav level with this, it should be fine. Also, I really hope my you guys can hear me now. You should be able to hear me now. Yeah, it's showing. That was my bad. This is not going well in terms of the final boss. Also, yeah, making a few rookie mistakes here. First stream ever, so you can't expect the best quality from me. I tried. I spent a few hours setting up, but we have all the gimmicks taken care of besides that special rewind. But I need to find some other way to get around it, because we might have to go back to square one and not use Carrot and Wanda for that resilience. Because the thing is, she's gonna be the best option to get around special rewind, and her special is also gonna be nice for the final stage, getting around the defense up. So I think I might actually go back to finding another way of dealing with that resilience. Yeah, unfortunately, her singular forms don't get around the resilience, so that's very annoying. But you're gonna have to deal with it. So I'm just thinking now. For now, I think I'm actually gonna leave it. I generally know which units I'm gonna be using, so I think I can come back to this. At least I know not to use these kind of units in my mini boss teams. I just want to get through this stream because I don't have a lot of time, like in like 21 minutes. So this is gonna be very scuffed. I'll polish them up either in tomorrow's live stream or in between live streams, but I don't have any time in between live streams, so yeah, it's gonna be in the next live stream. So yeah, the first mini boss against IZO, so he's the weakest one. Seeing a lot of gimmicks here, though, it's kind of weird. Okay, they're very weak. They easy to get on. So we have hunger, we have chain attack down, and chain coefficient reduction. Basically, all of those are like you don't have to worry about those. Same with unfavorable orbs. Just carrying someone with like one orbs or something, or someone to change matching unfavorable into matching. But it's very easy to get around those unfavorable orbs. And then despair is the easiest debuff to get around in this game. It's super easy. The enemy has a 5-turn tap timing barrier. The enemy strength. So I think it's unanimous that the best unit to use here is Kikunojo and IZO, because not only are they gonna give us a chain, they're gonna give us wave clear on stage 2. They're gonna carry over a chain lock into the final stage, so that we can get around that chain coefficient reduction and the chain attack down. But if you're running 6 slashes or 6 shooters on the crew, they're also going to give us 1 orbs to get around that unfavorable orbs. And then if you run a captain that's going to get around the enemy barrier, go straight through that, then I don't have to use any specials on the final stage. There's still that despair though, I forgot about that. And there's not a single unit in the game that's gonna be a good enough captain to get around despair and give us a bypassing barrier ability. So let me just get around my filters here. Kikunojo and IZO, they're gonna be the best unit to run here. Definitely gonna be the MVP here, especially since the enemy is gonna be a strength character. It's basically meant for Kikunojo and IZO. Unfortunately, I don't have Last App Luffy, so even though he's a recommended character here and a lot of people seem to be using him, I can't since I haven't pulled this guy yet. But yeah, Kikunojo and IZO is gonna give us a chain lock, get around the chain attack down, the chain coefficient reduction, and give us a 1 orb so that we can get around the favorable orbs. So to get those 1 orbs, we need to have a full team of either slashers or shooters. Probably gonna be running mono slashers and shooters of Kak. So these are the slashers I have available. Ideally running quick units, so I'm probably going to be running this Zoro here. He is a recommended character. I can use him on stage 1, stage 2 I use Kikunojo and IZO, and on the final stage I can run some other units to get around despair. Ideally that despair reducing unit also has to give us a few buffs to validate using another special. So we need someone who's going to reduce despair. Oh yeah, Zoro reduces despair. Okay. Is he an orb booster or he's an orb booster? Okay, that's so good. That fits perfectly, bro. Because then I can run Smoke Sport, 1.75x attack boost, and then we have a 2x orb boost from Zoro himself. We have a chain lock. We have 1 orbs. We have a bunch of boosted characters with type advantage. Okay, so now we just need a captain that's gonna get around barriers, and we are completely sorted out for this quest. But now who we're gonna use to wave to on stage 1 though, so that's very easy to do though. So we have Zoria is gonna give us a 2.25x orb boost to our slasher and free spirit. Since we're running mono slasher, that's awesome. 2.25x is very nice for a recruit character. 510 display, that's good enough, and he's a very fast special. If you haven't used him before, he's awesome. So Zoro is gonna be very good in conjunction with the Kikunojo and IZO. So let's just attach that smoker support before I forget it for a 1.75x attack boost to our quick characters. So that's awesome. We can also use another unit for an optional conditional attack boost, and then they can have the support of Chopper for a 1.5x color affinity to our quick units. So this unit has to be a quick slasher cerebral, so very specific. Okay, what kind of immunity does the enemy have? enemy has 0 form of immunity, so I can even use a delay conditional attack boost. So there's a lot of variety, freedom here. This guy, I'm pretty sure, is a conditional attack booster. Besides that, I don't think anyone else here is. Caesar usually is a conditional attack booster, but this time he isn't here. This guy is a conditional attack booster. He's guaranteed delay conditional, so that's pretty awesome. We have, I think everyone gets cooldown here, so he should be ready, even though he's quite a high cooldown. 13 turns. Remember, we have the cooldown from the special of our Zoro, giving him 1 turn of cooldown. So he goes into 12, 7 with quest cooldown, 4 with ship and sockets, 2 with preemptives, and then if I'm running captains that give 1 cooldown, then he'll be ready on the final stage. So he's gonna reduce those debuffs. He's also gonna give us a conditional attack boost, but the thing is, he requires your crew to be a 50% HP or below. So that's quite annoying, not the best. But I don't think there's any other better options, because then I can run him, and then I can run the support of, what's his name? Chopper, for a 1.5x color affinity. So with 2 specials on the final stage, 2 specials, 2 supports, that's usually the maximum you should go. Anything more than 2 specials and 2 supports, and they should be relatively quick specials. Anything more than 2 specials and 2 supports is a bit too long. And this team is actually 1 special and 1 support, because that Shanks and New York is only for damage later on. You only need that Zoro to get around the debuffs. So let's just find a good captain that's going to get around the enemy's barrier, and I think the best candidate for that would be Carrot. So Carrot is a legend character, a very old one. She's going to get around the enemy's barriers and give us a pretty decent captain ability for how old she is. Yeah, she's going to be the best option. And then since she's a very good cooldown captain, we don't have to worry about the cooldown on our New York and Shanks. They're definitely going to be ready. And I think I'm going to be done with this team. I'm not going to specify any further. This last unit, I guess you could run a... You don't even really need anything now, bro, because remember we have a... wait, who's getting this one ult from the Kikinojo and IZO? If I have my slashes, then the top... Oh, that's so annoying. You see, the thing about that is, Carrot is not a boosted character, so if she's the one getting that Wino orbs, then it's not going to be the greatest in terms of our multipliers. So maybe Carrot isn't the best option to run as our captain. Maybe I should actually run Kikinojo and IZO themselves. No, wait. I have to get around the barriers, bro. Okay, let me think through this again. I think you only need 5 slashes or shooters, so that gives us a bit of leeway, and we can still run that Zoro and then run a shooter crew instead, and that way we'll be able to actually get good multipliers with the units that have 1 orbs. So I think I'm just gonna rebuild from this point. Are there any shooter captains that are gonna be able to get us around enemy barriers? Okay, no, there's no ins. So I think I'm actually just gonna leave it as it is, because as I said before, I don't have time. But I think it's decent here, but the thing is, I'm gonna have to waste Hiyori here, and I really don't want to do that because it feels like it's not necessary, and Yori's a very valuable unit for church map mini bosses, giving us a full board of Wino orbs. But yeah, I think the easiest thing is just dump her. Yeah, she'll give us a full board of Wino orbs. So yeah, Hiyori. And then the last unit here can be that Shanks and New York. Okay, I think this is fine. Except for the fact that I think I actually need to run. I can't run Iori because one, I don't want to waste a year, and two, I need to run another wave clearing unit, and I think the best option here is going to be Eneru. Not only is going to wave clear, he's going to give us half of our HP reduced, and if you remember correctly, your Shanks in New York requires you to have 50% HP or below. So Eneru is going to help with that immensely, and then we can also run the ship of the Moby Dick, and that is going to get around the other. So we're going to start off the quest with 25% HP. That's going to make sure we are safe below 50%, so we can get that conditional from our Shanks in New York. So how this works is, okay, so unfortunately your captains aren't boosted. They'll be the ones with the Wonder Orbs. It's fine, it's fine. Okay, yeah, so it's fine, it's fine. We're gonna have our captains with Wonder Orbs. They won't be boosted, but you should have your carrot, Limber Break Expand, which is one of the best characters to Limber Break Expand in the game. She's also a very old character, so a lot of people will have a high level mode broken. Mine's pretty leveled up. I need one more copy and then she'll be at 150. So even though she's not a boosted character, she has very good stats. And I think that makes up for it, especially since we have a lot of very good boosts on the team. We have a, I'll read it up once this is done downloading. Yeah, she has 2900 attack, that's very good. So she's basically like a 1.25x booster with that stats. And then we have a 2.5. We have a 2.25x all boost, a 1.75x attack boost, a 1.5x color affinity with the split of Chopper on our Shanks in New York. We also have a 1.75x conditional boost from our Shanks in New York special. Then we have a 3.5x chain lock from our Kikinojo and IZO, and and we have 2 Wano Orbs on our carrots. So they have a lot of boosts, so I think it's fine. It should be fine for now. But I'm not too keen on this team. I don't like it much, but it definitely is gonna get the job done. Yo, I forgot about the hunger, bro. I forgot about the hunger. I usually just disregard it because I always running just gonna get around it. But that's actually quite annoying. Okay, two things. I think I'm gonna need to swap out Shanks and Milk because not only are they're quite weak, but they're holding us back because we need to have HP reducers on our team. So Shanks and Milk, you're out. We're just gonna run some other unit that's gonna give us a conditional attack boost. The enemy doesn't have immunity of any kind, so we have a lot of freedom. Also, I'm taking very long. I don't think I'll be able to finish tonight. Here we have King. I think he's a delay conditional attack booster, so him also being a never mind the enemy's strength, so we need to run quick units. If you couldn't tell, I'm getting tired. So he's gonna. Oh, okay. Never mind. He needs the Captain to be dicks. I was about to say he has that despair reduction, so it could be a nice replacement for Zoro. But never mind. I'll run Brook. This is a nice boosted character, and he'll also give us a conditional attack boost of 2x, I'm pretty sure. No, I think I'll rather run a cerebral unit so I can have the chopper sport because that is a very good color for each sport. I don't want to just discard that. So I want to run a quick cerebral character that's going to give me a conditional attack boost. So Black Maria seems to be decent for this. She's going to give us a very good delay conditional, as well as an all boost. So we might actually switch this up a bit then, because Black Maria gives us so much that we don't actually need to run Zora anymore, because she's gonna get around, she's gonna give us a all boost that's very strong. It just sucks that she doesn't change unfavorable orbs into matching. Otherwise, she would have been perfect, bro. Still a very solid unit to run. She deals damage, so I can actually just delete Zora from the team. I'll run the support of Smoker on Black Maria for the attack boost. We have an all boost and a conditional boost. So very good unit, giving us attack boost, all boost, and conditional. Very good unit for damage. And then I think I'll actually just run some weird unit like Bonnie. Perfect. Okay, so you may be thinking why Bonnie, but you got to remember there's this one very good sport in the game that attaches to only one character, which is, never mind, I need to run a Moria character, a Moria or a Mio character, Moria Perona, I mean. So I can run you see Perona and Moria. This is actually a nice character because not only I'm gonna have access to this nice support, but they're also a conditional attack booster, so that is multi-purpose, and I think that secures them a spot in this team. You see, there's the support of Kuma. He's gonna be around all those 5 turns of XP. You see, yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, I don't think it actually matters which unit I run, as long as it's a slasher, Miyoko Perona character, because I need that to fulfill the 1-0 condition on Hikunaja and IZO. The good thing here about Moria is that he's gonna have access to the Kuma support. Kuma will get around the 5 turns of despair on the final stage. Yo, I still forgot about that hunger, bro. What's happening, bro? So Moria doesn't, Maria doesn't get around the hunger. So I'm going to run some other unit that's going to get around it. But who? If there's a unit that gives us color affinity and it gives us a despair reduction, that's going to be awesome. So let's see if there's a unit that's going to provide that for us. Here we have the Luffy and Ace treasure map character. I think they only get around 4 turns of despair, so I'm not sure. But besides that, I think they give an attack boost and a color affinity, so that actually might be nice. Yeah, only 4 turns of binary despair removal. But you see, they have hunger, so that's very good. That's what we need. Okay, I think they can't be used because we're running Carrot as our captain, and she doesn't get boosted by that color affinity. So we're just gonna have to leave that unit. How did it take me this long to remember? This guy is gonna be so good because I can run I can run the Roger version of Roger and Nugget. They're gonna get around the display. They're gonna buff that attack boost from the Sport of Smoker, and they're gonna give me a color affinity. Okay, this is nice. Is there any slasher color affinity boosters? I'm not sure. For like 1.5x, I think the base is going to be running this A Sport 1.3x. That gets back to 1.8x with the sport with the special of our Roger and Nugget. So on the final stage, we get color affinity of 1.3x. Gets back to 1.8x by Nugget. We also get a 20 turns of despair removal. We have a full board of we have 2 Wino Orbs on our captains. We have a chain lock, and for quite a while that should be enough to kill. And then I need to remember I can actually use the Shark's probe ship. Okay, I'm liking this composition a lot more than the old one I had. Also, I think I'm gonna stop after this mini boss and continue tomorrow. I just didn't have as much time today. Unfortunately, this is just to see how the stream went. Something's happening with my YouTube again, bro. Not very pleasant. So we can go back to Shark's Pub. I don't know why it took me so long to think about that. But this team is looking a lot better than what I was running before. So I can actually take out Inaru. I have a lot more freedom now. Stage 1, we use a wave clearer, so that Inaru replacement has to be a wave clearing unit. Stage 1, you use them. Stage 2, Kikinojo and IZO. They're going to give us a Wino Orbs on the captains and a chain lock for the final stage. And on the final stage, 1.3x affinity, we use Roger and Nugget. They get buffed to a 1.8x color affinity, and they remove the despair. With that, we can kill for quite a while. Then later on, we can use our Black Maria. She's going to give us a orb boost, attack boost, and a conditional attack boost. We first use her before Roger and Nugget when we eventually do need to activate her. And then Roger and Nugget will also buff that 1.75x attack boost from the Smoker Sport to 3x. So through that, we'll have a 3x attack boost, 2.5x orb boost, a 1.8x affinity, a 2.25x conditional attack boost, a 3.5x chain lock, and 1 orb. So this team is on point with the damage and with the speed, because you only need 1 special and 1 sport on the final stage for quite a while. So I'm really liking this team. So let me not overcomplicate things. Let me just run a very fast wave clearer, such as Elizabello. This guy's very fast. He's just wanted wave clearer. He doesn't do nothing more, nothing less. He's very fast. He's a nice simple unit. So that's gonna be my IZO team. I really didn't do much for the amount of time we as I said before, I'm quite slow at team building, unfortunately. Thank you for bearing with me though, and I think that's gonna be for tonight. Thank you guys for coming out and watching if anyone's still here. And with all that being said, make sure to like and subscribe for more content in the future. The stream should still be up, like it should be archived here on YouTube. Hopefully I don't get copyright from all the music I've been playing. Currently I'm sitting in silence, I can't hear the music, so it's quite awkward, but it should be a lot more music on the other side. But that's gonna be for the video and the live stream, my first live stream ever. I hope the quality is quite decent, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.